so we have Elizabeth here today from Perfect Moms, and we are making chia seed pudding. Is that
yes. So this is actually, I've cooked with you guys a few times now. Thank you for having me back. But I wanted to do a recipe today that was a little bit healthier so that we could try to get in some good for you stuff without having to just hide all of the food in it. So I wanted to use your products anyways because it just gives it that much more nutritional value. But at the same time, I wanted to show you that this is something that you can make. I usually have unhealthy meals, so here's the something that's healthy. So we're going to start with 1 can of coconut milk. You're going to see sometimes coconut milk has the cream that'll settle at the top. You really don't have to worry about that. It doesn't mean that your coconut milk is bad. It depends on what the percentage is of the coconut that's inside. So you really don't have to worry about that. So that's 1 can. You're going to use 2 tablespoons of maple syrup. You could do plus or minus, whatever it is. If you want it a little bit sweeter, that's totally fine. If you don't, then that's okay too. Now the chia is really fun. If you add water to chia overnight and you let it sit, it becomes like a jelly. So if you think about it and how it would be in your stomach, it's kind of like a filler. So you're going to use that to your advantage. You're going to use this as your jelly to make your pudding. So you can use more or less, but this is 2 tablespoons of chia seeds. Mix it all up. Now, what's fun about this recipe, it all depends on what you're craving. If you wanted to have something fruity, then you can use any one of the LYNQ products in order to flavor your chia pudding properly. Today we're going to make it a chocolate chia pudding. So we're going to add 2 tablespoons of the Cocoamotion. Bear in mind, Cocoamotion has cane sugar, I believe, in it. And so that already is going to sweeten it a little bit. So if you find that you don't have too much of a sweet tooth, then I would just hold off on putting the maple syrup in. Stir it really well. The same thing goes for the other LYNQ products. This one, the bow tie has it's mango peach, which is really yummy. So you could have a mango peach pudding. Basically, you could add whatever you want to it. The same thing here. This is the little berries, Brainiac, high in omegas, which is really great too because this is like an omega packed pudding because you have the chia as well.
Exactly.
So that's it, and you're done. All you do is stick that in the fridge for about 2 hours. You're going to see it's going to thicken up. It'll get nice and hard. If you like a harder pudding, just add a little bit more chia seeds before putting it in the fridge. Finish, and the product that you'll end up with at the end is this, voila, and it's literally pudding. Yeah. So it goes from like this liquid state to pudding.
So we put it in the fridge for 2 hours minimum.
2 hours minimum,
or overnight.
Yeah.
So here, I'm dying to taste it. So can we decorate it and?
Yeah, we'll get some spoons out. But I like it because it's got a very different consistency. We call it chia pudding, but let's use that term a little loosely. Right. You still do have the actual chia seeds in it, so there's like a little bit of a different texture. But once you get used to that texture, I think that it's a really fun little treat. So we'll have a little taste.
Thank you. Let's see.
Super easy dessert on the fly.
It was super easy.
Yeah.
Very good.
I love this. I love it.
Amazing.
I love chia.
It's got a really
I love chia too.
Yeah, me too. Me too, I do.
It's a hit or miss. Some people hate the feeling of it. I happen to love it. I find it adds a little bit of extra height to the food.
Amazing.
So, Elizabeth,
thank you.
We did this
Super
in
simple.
like 2 minutes.
Done.
Thank you again.
Thanks for having me.
And sharing this recipe with us.
Yeah, well, cook with LYNQ. I love it. I really, really love your products.
Thank you.
Keep up the good work.
Thank you so much. Thank you.